Hey everyone, this is Delta from TheSofaBros, and here we are with another Minecraft tutorial. This tutorial is on a modular piston sugarcane farm. I'll show you right now. So itself, sugarcane is harvested using the pistons on each side. The module consists of 1, 2, 3. Now the modules themselves are very customizable. You can have 1 or 2 lane, you can have 1 or 2 wide, sorry, you can have it more than 1 or 2, you can have it actually up to however many you want. You also can use double story if you want, and you also can use more of these ones, the lane, to go down side by side. So you can have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and keep them going down as long as you want. So we'll show you one right now, which is a double lane that consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules, and like I said, it's very customizable. So this is a customizable installation that you could put into your world, and because it's customizable, you can change it however you want. So like I said, you can have it the walkway 1 wide if you want, 2 wide, 3 wide. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you, which is the best part. Now itself, the installations are pretty bulky because you're using more than 1 modules. However, each module itself is pretty slim. It uses compact design techniques, and it also uses some pretty innovative stuff with T flip-flops to hold the pistons in place until you walk out, which then allow you to keep on growing. So we'll show you this one over here. It's the same thing. You walk in and harvest a whole bunch, create so many of them, and you can walk down and collect them all and put them into location. Now the installations themselves are pretty easy on the eyes. There's nothing really too exposed, and they all work quite well with each other. That's why I like this installation. I use them actually in my Let's Play series world itself, and you'll notice that very rarely do they get stuck on the sides. And this is a like I said, it's a reformed design with the water raised up and everything to support it. So yeah, I'm going to explain some more principles. If you want, you can click the annotation above to quickly go to the tutorial straight away. It'll just skip the video forward until the tutorial starts, so we'll get onto that. Just before we start the actual tutorial itself, I wanted to show you and explain the reasons why I do some things in the stuff itself. So the reason why we had over here, we had 2 high rows of pistons, or these rows go along the top, is because it greatly increases the amount of the actual sugarcane that goes into the water stream. If we don't have these, as we'll demonstrate now, so we've only got 1 row on this setup here, as you can see behind, you will notice how much of actually is wasted. You've got stacks on the side over there, and a whole bunch of it is wasted. So it is much more efficient to actually include the extra line of pistons themselves. Now this module itself is the exact module that you'll be building, so this is a pretty compact module for what it is. It uses pretty resourceful stuff. It doesn't really use much repeaters and torches. It uses lines of redstone that are sent up. As you see over here, matching modules together are really easy and really are quite efficient in the actual space that you actually use. So we can have these 5 modules within this limited amount of room and actually have a decent outcome of output of actual rate itself. So with that all explained, we're actually going to go into the tutorial now. We're going to go step by step, and we're going to create this massive module over here. We will only create 1 side, however, and we'll fill in the rest with some editing, and actually update it with editing, sorry. And so we'll create 1 side so we don't bore you too much with creating each module, each 5 modules, because they're relatively the same, and all we're doing is the wiring in there. And you also notice that we have a T flip-flop system going on here as well, which allows the pistons to be extended and then de-extended when you go over the pressure plates. So yeah, so we'll go to the tutorial right now. So what we want to do is find a nice big open area that we can start our modules in, and what we want to do is place our pressure plates down first to mark our open or our entrance way to our module area. So first off, on one of the sides, we're going to go to the left hand side first, and we're going to start building our modules out. So what we want to do is use this pattern with 2 of the building blocks. To say, in this case, I'm using sandstone, then a glass blocks, and then like that, and then 2. So you want like that, and this is our module, which will go down that left way, and it'll continue along that way. So these things will be approximately 3 high. You can change them, obviously. You can have double story even if you want. It's pretty easy to add, and eventually I'll show you probably how to build one. So you're just going to build these up. So it's up to 4 now. I'm not so sure. We'll actually put down to 3 just to make sure. And what we want to do is actually build out our sugarcane farm. So sugarcane needs sand or dirt to grow on, or to be cultivated on. So what we're going to do is actually place sand on the parts where the sugarcane will be. So that's going to be on the actual glass way. So on here, next to the glass, you're going to remove it and place sand. You're going to place 7 blocks of sand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where our actual sugarcane will grow. And again, sugarcane need water to grow. So what we're going to do is actually have water streams behind each one of these. So removing the blocks of sand all the way up to the sand area, so 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And place water behind them. Up there. Behind them. So behind here. And here. Next, just in order to cover it up, using a block that you like, I'll use sandstone again. Just going to cover up these water streams so we don't actually see them or get in the way. And these will also be supporting our pistons. So, yep. So we can now, if you want, place the reeds themselves. It doesn't really matter when you place them, but you can place them now just so we can get an idea of what's what. So we have a basic farm ready. On the back wall, place whatever block you want just to kind of cap it over, and then we can place our water stream at the very end. Now you'll note that it actually goes right up to the end here, which is perfect, and that's exactly where we need it. That's why we did it 7 long, and so the 8th block over here will be over there. We now place our pistons. Our pistons will be now placed on top of the sandstone blocks we placed over here, like such, and run all the way to the end. And we just want to have 2 rows, like that, and over here. So it's pretty straightforward from now. We'll get into the wiring right now. You can now build up this back over here if you want, so we can have it nice and even. Now, under each piston, under the first lot, sorry, we want to place a row of another building block you can choose. I like to use stones to kind of separate the design, and then a row on top, like that. We'll do the exact same on the other side. So a row on the bottom, a row on the top. And this will be for our wiring. So what we need to do now is grab a torch or torches and redstone. Now redstone torch will go at the very end over here on the bottom block. So down there, and then one on this side as well. As you notice that it now powers both that one and this one. So it's powering both this piston and the block above it, which powers this piston. We now run wire, and this wire pulls out the power down there, and we run wire on top as well. And then exact same on the side. Like that. Now you'll notice that sometimes the bottoms don't actually extend. This is an updating glitch, and you can fix this normally by either breaking the block below it or like that, or restarting a game. I find it to really a weird glitch, and it seems to affect it sometimes. Otherwise, half the time you should be right. So what we're going to do is just restart a game quickly and actually see if we can fix this bug. So we just restarted a game, and it loaded up fine. We broke the signal and re-added it. So it adds back here. It's a weird glitch, and it does work. I guarantee it. It's just a funny glitch that sometimes it doesn't update properly, and you'll need to re-log out or break the redstone itself like that, and it will work. So for now, we're going to actually build the other module over here just in time, and we will come back when that one's finished. Okay, so the other module has been made. It's exactly the same as that one. It's just on the other side, so the end of the water stream's over there. It's exactly the same built. And like I said again, if you have any issues with your pistons not extending properly, just update your wiring behind it. It should work correct. So now we're going to work on the powering source for this, which will be our pressure plates over here. And this will go into a T flip-flop, which will turn this to stay on or off, which will put a piston's extended or non-extended, so extract it back. The way we do this, we pretty much want to build a T flip-flop or this mechanism underneath the wiring, which can be done by hollowing out a 3 wide by 6 long by 4 deep hole underneath the pressure plate. So leaving the pressure plate there, they're fine as is. Just want to dig out, so it's a 3 by 6 by 4, so we're going to go 4 deep, sorry, underneath it, and just so we can get a nice enough room, so we can get all the wiring out and ready. Now you also need to extend the wall inwards towards underneath the system, so you want to go down here, one more row over here, and then you want to go one down, like a diagonal down, and get rid of the bottom two. The reason why we can't go too much is because this block over here and this block over here have water behind it, and if you destroy this block, water will seep out. As you can see, you've got water dripping down. You should have water dripping down over here too. So directly underneath the pressure plates, we're going to grab some sort of building block. So directly underneath over here, and we're going to place some redstone underneath there. This is just so we can get the wiring all sorted out and fine. Now on either side, doesn't really matter what's on the left or right. So in this case, we'll pick the right hand side. We're going to do that and make an L shape. This is just so our pistons can be placed underneath there. Now on one side, pistons will go there, so directly opposite, and exactly as that, same on the other side, like such. Now place a block, so we're going to be in line with the flush against there. So this one over here, remove this block underneath this piston, place a torch, and then place a block there. Torch on this side, and a torch on this side as well. So the torch is on either side, block underneath with redstone underneath that. So now that we should be able to pull the redstone out, it should be powered on either side, like that. Simple enough now, we can now start working on the wiring for up here. Now this block here has water behind it, so what I like to do is I like to nominate that as a water block and actually place a different block behind it, just so I know that something's behind there. Now what we can do is we want to hollow out this area. We can do this by creating an L shape around it, so we're going to create like a loop that goes around it, just so we can get the it all hollowed out there. And you want to go even under here, like that. So leaving these blocks as is, you want to create this kind of L shape that goes around. And continue it along all the way up to our system. Okay, it's coming night time, so it's going to go have a sleep and we'll come back. Okay, we are back. Now we want to dig it down so we can bring the wire up into here, like such. So what we're going to do first is create the wiring that will go into the to each block. So we want to make or force a wire going into the block, this stone block over here. The way we do this is create an L shape around the wooden block over there. Same on this side. So we want to force and put redstone on top of it as well, like that. So redstone will go like that. Then in the middle 3 blocks, place blocks like that, and link the two. Now, placing here and a repeater right there. So a repeater goes around the banner like that. This is just so we can power up the next modules later on. We're going to pull the wire from the into the. As you now notice that it now works fine, and when we step on the pressure plate, it will inverse it. As you see, we still have some issues updating this wire over here, and I'm not too sure why. Once it comes through like that, and now it's updated properly, it should work fine now. So I'm going to extract. Put it back in. Still having an issue. I'll figure that out. Normally it's an issue with updating. Once you put the modules on correctly, the pistons will fix itself for some reason, or logging in and out of your system will fix it as well. But that's one module done. So what we're going to do is we'll wire the next one up, and I'll get sorted from there. Okay, so that's the entire flip-flop mechanism done, and the wiring on the first 2 set of modules. So we'll just show it now. As you see, they all work, but the ones that's over there, but that'll be fixed once we update a game. For some reason, it's still the issue with the pistons not updating properly. At this point right now, I wouldn't worry about too much. It will fix itself out. So hopefully, it's not too the tutorial's not too hard to understand. There is a bit of length involved with making these modules, but it's fairly straightforward, I hope, and it's fairly easy to pick up. So next we want to do our next set of modules. The next set of modules are pretty easy because they're going off the existing design. So what we're going to do is place water directly underneath the line here. So we'll create a line right there and place water. And same thing, so where these stone blocks are, one down and on diagonal, placing water there. And then on top of these, placing the building block of your choice again, same fashion we did before, like that. And we'll build up the wall here as well, sorry, and that's it. So now we place our pistons, and that's the one side done already. So as you can see, they're all powering fine. And then the other side. That's all one side done already, which is fantastic. So we'll just turn them off for now. And extract back, and it'll work good. So we can now just put the backing on it, which is a 3 high backing, and this is just so we can visualize what's actually going on. Same deal on this side, like that. We'll put glass down now and do the rest of the structure. Glass over here, glass here, a gap, and glass again, and glass again, and then some sandstone. Now same deal on the side again, we want to put water underneath here, exactly the same as last time. Fill it up. Oops, not put a torch there, and fill it up with the sandstone on top of that again, and that'll do that side. And now place pistons on top like that. And then we can remove the stuff and place our reeds. So we'll just grab some sand, and exactly the same before, so I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's good to show how to build the models from scratch again. And then sand goes in there, and then canes or sugar canes will go here, and grow fine, and then a water source right here. That's fantastic. That's one module done already. Now the wiring is pretty much exactly the same again. Just can do that. Same thing. Torch over here. Wire on top. Wire down there. And then the wiring simply goes from over here and into that block. So the block there. That's all it is. That's the wiring done for both set over here. So now that it's turned off, come over here and turn it back on. I didn't notice that it all works fine. All the pistons are extracted. Now we're just going to do this side. So we'll do this side and we'll come back. Okay, so all 4 sets are now completely done. Didn't take too long, and it's fairly straightforward, I presume. But yeah, so each set is now done, each side. And this system can continue as far as you want, as far as you can see, pretty much. And which is great. It's very good in the terms that it can build on itself, and you can keep pushing it out like that. And for what it is, it uses minimal wiring like this. Set over here shares each other's wires. Now what I like to do, I like to use a capping setup. So I just want to place the water in here. I've placed it before. So a capping module, which the module which caps the end of it. This is different because this takes on the properties of the actual pathway itself. So this is a 2-wide property, or 2-wide pathway. Sorry. You can have a 1 or a 10 or a 15 wide pathway. It doesn't really matter. It's just that the end capsule, the capping capsule, or the module, sorry, will actually inherit the actual width of it as well. So simple as that. We can now add on to this. Simple, so easy. It's probably the easiest module to do. Adding blocks over here to support it, and what we're going to do is same thing again. Where we have the reeds, the water underneath it. So the middle 2 will be our water source. The side ones over here, the ones over here, so will be our sand blocks. So we'll grab our sand blocks now. So you're gonna place 7 sand blocks again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that I'm thinking about it, we probably actually can place 8, but it's fine for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now behind each one of these, again, put water source behind each one, just so we can fuel the reeds, the sugar cane, sorry, and then place a block of your choice on top, which in my case it's always going to be sandstone because I love it, and then on top like that. Now we place our pistons on the back of it now, so the pistons will go over here, same as before, like that, and like that. Now just do the back. The back is pretty much exactly the same, so I'm gonna fill it in like this and give it some appearance to it. Now this ties in with existing wiring so easy. We don't really have to build much new wiring. It's just the module stuff. So we're gonna again put the wiring on both sides as you do normally behind each block, and like that. Now grab some redstone dust and simply pull it through like that. That's all you have to do. Again, pull it through like that again, and that's it. That's done already. So place your reeds down. 2 water source buckets there, and you're set. That's the complete tutorial done already. Done already, I say. You've probably been actually going for a fair bit. However, it all works fine, bar the redstone on the side because I haven't done it yet. Now we'll just turn this off and on, so update it, and there you go. So it all works fine. Now it works great with the water source now raised at the same level. Hardly any reed at all gets stuck on the sides, and the fact that these pistons are extended means that nothing will grow, or means you'll lose any or create any extra entities you don't need to create. It also means that you're less likely on these ones to have the reed flick back into the lane itself. So as you see, you still get some of these things that don't update correctly. I'm not too sure why it does that. The wiring is correct and it goes all the way down to the end. However, you will sometimes find that actually will happen. So much you can do about that. However, again, logging out of your system, logging back in, or updating the wiring will work. So that's pretty much the whole entire tutorial. Sorry again there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a very long tutorial. I do apologize. Hopefully you can get something out of this, and hopefully you understand that this is really customizable. You can do whatever you want. You can create a 2-story. So 2-story would be exactly the same system as this. However, you would have 2 holes here above it that drop down onto the bottom, the floor below, and actually would grow up like that. It's very, very customizable, and it can go as far as you want. It can go as wide as you want. It's really up to you. Just the modules themselves, again, I say they're pretty resourceful. They don't use a whole lot of stuff, and they're pretty compact as is. And again, we have T flip-flop, which then saves some stuff and helps us out in the end run. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you need any help at all, like anything at all, please let me know. I'm more than willing to help. I've even been called into servers sometime to help people build these things. I'm more than happy to do anything in my rights to help you guys out. So if you have any issues or anything like that, or even if you just want me to help building, I can help you out, guys. Don't be afraid to ask, and I hope you guys understand. So this is Delta out from the TheSofaBros. Please check out the channel if you're not seeing this on my channel. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next tutorial, and I'll catch you later. So see ya.